Hey, it is cat season, rabbit season. It is Saturday. Um, and I'm kind of having a hard day. Thinking about you a lot. Thinking about the possibility you're not gonna give me one last chance. And I'm definitely gonna try to persuade and convince you. Not to make it harder for you to leave me, but to make it easier for you to stay with me so that, because I know that's your healthiest and happiest with who I am. Like how I got over that stuff and how I, you know, took the 7 year leap to love you unconditionally. Like, without a doubt, this is your happiest choice and my happiest choice, and definitely the baby's happiest choice. Molly seems depressed lately. She wanders around a lot and then she doesn't. She sleeps a whole lot. I think she wanders around looking for you. She sleeps a whole lot. She's not eating. Um, I think she's in some pain though too because she's having a hard time standing, like CC hard time standing, and she's peeing herself. I think this bed isn't doing her any favors, and so I'm building the ramp today. Probably going to crate rest her for a little while. I thought about calling you to tell you, but trying to respect your space. If it gets worse, I probably, or not call you, but text you. I probably will. But yeah, I went to pick up a boxing bag stand for you, and I got there, and I knew I had to go get cash out, and when I got there, I didn't have my card on me, so I had to drive all the way back home, all the way back up, do it. Strapped it in. The guy was nice. He was talking about this weed refinery that they're hiring. Um, I thought you might be interested in that. I don't know. And strapped it all in and got home. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take the shortcut road. Because I had just taken it a second ago and the truck did fine. I was like, that was kind of bouncy and fun. And I'm I'm borderline crying today. I'm like, I'm having a hard day today. So I'm just going to drive down the. I'm going to drive down the shortcut way with all the bouncing, holding onto this giant boxing stand that barely fits into the Explorer while singing "We Need a Little Christmas." And so I started doing it. I was like, "We!" As soon as I turned on the street, I was like, "We need a little Christmas," and I was going nice and slow. And I was like, "No, screw this. We got to go faster." So like, "We need a little Christmas," and I was doing that and having some fun until I hit a couple of bumps and my back window shattered, and all the singing stopped. I gave it like 60 seconds and I did one more stanza and that's about all. I was like, "We need a little Christmas" with shattered window. Got home and looked at it and it bent the door and shattered the window. I'm gonna go tape up some bags for Frankie boy. So there's just a lot on my plate right now. Pup, you know, I'm really glad. I'm sorry that I hurt you, and I'm sorry that I might lose you. But I am very glad that we went through this so that I could figure this stuff out and not spend another 7 years not having our best relationship. But it's just a tough day today. I just have a lot on my plate. Mom's doing good today. I left Mom alone twice today. Once before she was awake, and she got my note and was really thankful and said it was so cute. And I was like, oh, good, maybe I can do it again then. She's like, yep. And then I left her just now for the twice, that's 3 times, for the punching bag stand, and she was good with that too. So she's having a good day, which is nice. Squeaky seems about normal. Molly is really depressed without you, as am I. Yesterday I wasn't. Yesterday was a really good day because that's when I figured a lot of this stuff out. Well, a lot more of this stuff out. But yeah, Molly's having a really hard time. And now she's having a hard time even like standing up. I trimmed her nails. I went and got her food because she's not eating. I building that ramp like I said. I'm gonna crate rest her some. She's peeing like where she sits, so that's not great. So I'm gonna have to just monitor and see how she's doing. Maybe get her in this week. But I thought I'd tell you that story while it was fresh. I don't know. Just when I'm having a hard time, I kind of just want to come and talk to you. I was like visualizing today. just like you giving me another chance and saying you were coming home, and me just saying, oh, thank goodness, and like just hugging you and kissing you all over your head and crying, and you know, I just hope you're not demonizing me so that you can leave me. You seemed very sweet to me when you were talking about loving me to pieces and stuff like that, but it kind of seemed like you were being nice because you knew you were going. And I hope you're not going. Because I got there. I mean, I shouldn't have taken 7 years to get here. I should have just been daddy the whole time and got there fast, but I could have never got here. I could have just never got over that stuff. I'm not sure. I would have had to love somebody as much as I love you in order to, you know, to get here. So that's how bad my dad fucked me up. You know, it was such a blind spot. I didn't even know what I was doing. The same way I couldn't remember how I would treated Kathy or Tina. Like I couldn't remember how my dad exactly treated mom. It was just like one or two little snapshots. So I'm lucky I figured it out. I'm glad I figured it out. I'm about to make you as happy as you can possibly be, if you'll let me. But I know you have the avoidance thing where you don't want to even talk about stuff, and that would be really bad for me, because as long as I can show you all my videos, and as long as I can like just talk to you and try to tell you what I'm feeling and thinking, you know, no matter what you decide, it's going to be a lot easier than if you don't let me do that. Because like those unexpressed things, like, no, you don't know this, you don't know what I solved, you don't know who I am now, you don't understand like where I'm at now, you know, and that makes it much tougher, because obviously our love is very, very strong. I mean, I'm not sure I've ever known anybody that has a stronger love than us. Even if it's, you know, it took me this long to be like, you know, unconditional, still with a very, very strong love, and now it's even extra. And the reason it wasn't unconditional before was because of my own hang-ups, where I felt like you didn't really love me. Like 7 years in, you chonk tackle me, you grab me across the airport, and still like the feeling was that, oh, she's not that into me because she doesn't do the things I ask her to do that make me feel loved, instead of just accepting how you show love, which is very strong and I'm more than okay with now. But I just hope you'll give me one more chance. I love you.